everybody. Here we go, here we go, here we go for the 50th week in a row. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. I don't have anything in specific that I need to announce or discuss, so why don't we go ahead and begin with that opening prayer, get ourselves and our week off correctly, and be in position to receive inspiration, love, and confirmation. Let's not forget the United States in our prayers per the request of one of the living United States presidents, former United States presidents, I should say. Only one of them has ever asked that the nation do this, to my knowledge. Also, let's not forget Amanda, who is still struggling with their very difficult divorce situation with her little girls. I believe they're little girls. Shauna, who is suffering through a horrible car accident, almost had her right foot removed from her body, broken ribs, brain bleed, but apparently is recovering, and the foot is pinking up, as they say, and so, knock wood, she'll be able to keep that. And also Marie, who Friday got a test done for them for cancer, and we'll know in a couple weeks now why it takes a couple weeks, but that's the way it is, whether or not that is cancer or whether or not it is not. So let's keep all that in mind. Let's get ourselves going, and I will pause and meet you all on the other side. Alrighty, here we go. 1 Kings chapter 3. By the way, there's going to be a whole truckload of proper nouns, and I apologize to them early and to you. But go ahead and read along with me, as you can watch this on video as well as listen to it only on a podcast. And Solomon made affinity with Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and took Pharaoh's daughter and brought her into the city of David, until he had made an end of building his own house, and the house of the Lord, and the walls of Jerusalem round about. Only the people sacrificed in high places, because there was no house built unto the name of the Lord until those days. And Solomon loved the Lord, walking in the statutes of David his father. Only he sacrificed and burnt incense in high places. And the king went to Gibeon to sacrifice there, for there was a great high place. 1,000 burnt offerings did Solomon offer upon that altar. In Gibeon the Lord appeared unto Solomon in a dream by night, and God asked, Ask what I shall give thee. And Solomon said, Thou hast showed unto thy servant David my father great mercy, according as he walked before thee in truth, and in righteousness, and in uprightness of heart with thee. And thou hast kept for him this great kindness, that thou hast given him a son to sit in his throne, as it is this day. And now, O Lord my God, thou hast made thy servant king instead of David my father. And I am but a little child. I know not how to go out or come in. And thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people that cannot be numbered nor counted for the multitude. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. And for who is able to judge this, thy so great a people? And the speech pleased the Lord, that Solomon had asked this thing. And God said unto him, Because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither hast asked riches for thyself, nor hast asked the life of thine enemies, but hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment. Behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise and an understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee. And I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days. And if thou wilt walk in my ways, to keep my statutes and my commandments, as thy father David did walk, then I will lengthen thy days. And Solomon awoke, and behold, it was a dream. And he came to Jerusalem and stood before the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and offered up burnt offerings, and offered peace offerings, and made a feast to all his servants. Then came there 2 women that were harlots unto the king, and stood before him. And one woman said, O my lord, I and this woman dwell in one house, and I was delivered of a child with her in the house. And it came to pass the 3rd day after that I was delivered, that this woman was delivered also, and we were together. There was no stranger with us in the house, save we 2 in the house. And this woman's child died in the night, because she overlaid it. And she arose at midnight, and took my son from beside me, while thine handmaiden slept, and laid it in her bosom, and laid her dead child in my bosom. And when I rose in the morning to give my child suck, behold, it was dead. But when I had considered it in the morning, behold, it was not my son, which I did bear. And the other woman said, Nay, but the living is my son, and the dead is thy son. And this said, No, but the dead is thy son, the living is my son. Thus they spake before the king. Then said the king, The one saith, This is my son that liveth, and thy son is dead. And the other saith, Nay, but thy son is the dead, and my son is the living. And the king said, Bring me a sword. And they brought a sword before the king. And the king said, Divide the living child in 2. Give 1/2 to the one, and 1/2 to the other. Then spake the woman whose the living child was unto the king, for her bowels yearned upon her son. And she said, O my lord, give her the living child, and in no wise slay it. But the other said, Let it be neither mine nor thine, but divide it. The king answered and said, Give her the living child, and in no wise slay it. She is the mother thereof. And all Israel heard of the judgment which the king had judged, and they feared the king, for they saw that the wisdom of God was in him to do judgment. I just want to point out, right at the beginning, where Solomon is given a boon by the Lord, and his ask is for others, that he may be given wisdom, that he might be able to help others wisely. And the Lord gave him far more than he asked for. That needs to be a lesson for all of us, each and every day. That it isn't about us, that it's about everybody else. And the Lord will take care of us if we are taking care of our brother or sister. Chapter 4. So King Solomon was king over all Israel, and these were the princes which he had. All apologies ahead of time. Azirah, the son of Zadok the priest. Elihoreph and Ahiah, the sons of Shisha, scribes. Jehoshaphat, the son of Alud, the recorder. And Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, was over the host. And Zadok and Abiathar were the priests. And Azariah, the son of Nathan, was over the officers. And Zabdud, the son of Nathan, was principal officer and the king's friend. And Ahashir was over the household. And Adamram, the son of Abda, was over the tribute. And Solomon had 12 officers over all Israel, which provided victuals for the king and his household. Each man his month in a year made provision. And these are their names: the son of Hur in Mount Ephraim, the son of Dekar in Makaz, and in Shalbim, and Beth Shemesh, and Elon Beth Hanan, the son of Hesed in Aruboth. To him pertained Soko and all the land of Hefer, the son of Abinadab, in all the region of Dor, which Tapeth, the daughter of Solomon, to wife. Banah, the son of Aluid, To him pertaineth Anak and Megiddo, and all Beshin, which is by Zartanah, beneath Zezreel, from Bethshan to Abel Mahola, even unto the peace that is beyond Jokanem, the son of Geber, in Ramoth Gilead. To him pertain the towns of Jair, the son of Manasseh, which are in Gilead. To him also pertained the region of Argob, which is in Bashan, 80 great cities with walls and brazen bars. Anibadab, the son of Iddo, had Mahanaim. Aizmaz was Naphtali. He took also Basmath, the daughter of Solomon, to wife. Banah, the son of Hushai, was in Asher and in Elath. Jehoshaphat, the son of Paro, in Ishkar. Shimi, the son of Elah, in Benjamin. Gerber, the son of Uri, was in the country of Gilead, in the country of Sihon, the king of the Amorites, and of Og, king of Bashan, and he was the only officer which was in the land. Judea and Israel were many, as the sand which is by the sea in multitude, eating and drinking and making merry. And Solomon reigned over all kingdoms, from the river unto the land of the Philistines, and unto the border of Egypt. They brought presents and served Solomon all the days of his life. And Solomon's provision for one day was 30 measures of fine flour, and 80 measures of meal, 10 fat oxen, and 20 oxen out of the pastures, and 100 sheep, beside harts and roebucks, and fallow deer, and fatted fowl. For he had dominion over all the region on this side the river, from Tipsah even unto Azah, over all the kings on this side of the river, and he had peace on all sides round about him. And Judah and Israel dwelt safely, every man under his vine, and under his fig tree, from Dan even to Beersheba, all the days of Solomon. And Solomon had 40,000 stalls of horses for his chariots, and 12,000 horsemen. And those officers provided victual for King Solomon, and for all that came unto King Solomon's table, every man in his month. They lacked nothing. Barley also, and straw for the horses, and dromedaries were brought. Dromedaries brought they unto the place where the officers were, every man according to his charge. And God gave Solomon wisdom and understanding, exceeding much, and largeness of heart, even as the sand that is on the seashore. And Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the east country, and all the wisdom of Egypt. For he was wiser than all men, than Ethan the Ezrahite, and Heman, and Chalcol, and Darda, the sons of Mahol, and his fame was in all nations round about. And he spake 3,000 proverbs, and his songs were 1,005. And he spake of trees, from the cedar tree that is in Lebanon, even unto the hyssop that springeth out of the wall. He spake also of beasts, and of fowl, and of creeping things, and of fishes. And there came all the people to hear the wisdom of Solomon from all the kings of the earth, which had heard his wisdom. Alrighty, everybody, that's going to conclude it for today. I hope all of you have an excellent day. And never forget, the Lord loves you.